In a significant development, law enforcement agencies have made a major breakthrough in the ongoing fight against drug trafficking. The recent arrest of the Hungarian pilot, believed to be a linchpin in Europe's drug trade, has brought to light the expansive reach of his illicit activities. Europol's classification of him as a significant player underscores the gravity of the situation, emphasizing the transnational nature of his involvement in the narcotics trade. The Irish police force, Gardaí, has uncovered a web of criminal connections, linking the arrested pilot to notorious organizations such as the Kinahan cartel and the family drug gangs. Operating in his 60s, the pilot is suspected of transporting heroin, cocaine, and cannabis across Europe, collaborating with criminal networks in multiple countries. His arrest at Weston Airport, just as he was about to embark on another operation, adds a layer of suspense to this unfolding saga. The simultaneous apprehension of one of the pilot's close associates, also identified as a major drug trafficker, sheds light on the interconnected nature of these criminal enterprises. Europol's documentation of their ties to transnational crime gangs emphasizes the significance of these individuals in the larger landscape of international drug trafficking. The impact of these arrests reverberates far beyond the immediate context of the drug seizure. For the Kinahan cartel and the family, these developments pose substantial challenges, elevating them to prime targets for Gardaí. Assistant Commissioner Justin Kelly highlights the importance of disrupting criminal networks involved in smuggling drugs into communities, particularly in the wake of a recent surge in overdoses in Dublin city centre. As investigations continue, these arrests serve as a stark reminder of the ongoing battle against organized crime. The imperative for international cooperation becomes even more evident as law enforcement agencies grapple with the evolving tactics of drug trafficking networks. The world watches with bated breath as authorities work tirelessly to unravel the complexities of this international criminal web and bring those responsible to justice. The arrest of the Hungarian pilot not only exposes the underbelly of international drug trafficking, but also raises pressing questions about the role of aviation in facilitating such criminal endeavors. The pilot's alleged collaboration with criminal networks across Europe highlights the challenges faced by aviation and law enforcement authorities in securing international airspace against illicit activities. As we follow the trail of this unfolding investigation, it becomes evident that the fight against organized crime demands a multifaceted approach. Beyond the immediate apprehension of key players, there is a need to address the root causes that fuel the operations of these criminal enterprises. Socio-economic factors, border security, and investments in education and community development are crucial components of a holistic strategy to mitigate conditions conducive to the growth of organized crime. The collaboration between different countries' law enforcement agencies, as seen in this operation, underscores the necessity for international cooperation. The interconnected nature of criminal networks requires a united front, where nations share intelligence, resources, and expertise to effectively combat transnational organized crime. This incident serves as a poignant reminder of the importance of ongoing collaboration and the continuous evolution of strategies to stay one step ahead of these sophisticated criminal operations. As the narrative unfolds, it prompts us to reevaluate and strengthen international strategies aimed at eradicating the scourge of drug trafficking and associated criminal activities. The need for a coordinated global effort becomes apparent, with each country playing a role in disrupting the supply chain and holding those responsible accountable. The arrest of the pilot linked to the $8.1 million drug seizure and the subsequent investigation into the Kinahan cartel connection is not just a local success story, it's a testament to the global battle against organized crime. The challenges posed by these criminal networks are complex and ever-evolving, demanding a united front from the international community. The world is watching, and the collective response will shape the future of this ongoing struggle against the forces of organized crime. The recent arrest of the Hungarian pilot and the subsequent investigation into his ties with notorious criminal organizations marks a significant milestone in a series of concerted efforts by law enforcement to combat transnational organized crime. These endeavors have been characterized by persistence, collaboration, and adaptability. Law enforcement agencies have been actively pursuing the Kinahan cartel, known for its international drug trafficking operations. Prior operations have targeted key figures within the cartel, aiming to disrupt their activities and dismantle the organizational structure. The arrest of the pilot is an extension of these ongoing efforts to curb the influence of the Kinahan cartel. European countries have engaged in collaborative initiatives to address the interconnected nature of criminal networks. Europol, as the European Union's law enforcement agency, has played a crucial role in facilitating information sharing and coordination among member states. Previous joint operations have targeted various criminal enterprises involved in drug trafficking and other illicit activities. The Family, another notorious criminal organization mentioned in the narrative, has been the focus of previous operations by Irish law enforcement. Efforts have been made to disrupt their drug distribution networks and dismantle their influence within Ireland. The simultaneous arrest of one of the pilot's close associates, identified as a major drug trafficker, indicates an ongoing commitment to targeting key players in these criminal enterprises. The success of the operation underscores the importance of international collaboration in addressing the use of general aviation for drug smuggling. Collaborative efforts between An Garda Síochána, Irish Customs, and the Maritime Analysis and Operations Centre, MAOCN, in Lisbon, Portugal, showcase the dedication of multiple agencies in dismantling complex criminal operations with a focus on disrupting the methods employed by these criminal networks. Law enforcement agencies have continuously adapted their strategies to counter the evolving tactics of organized crime networks. The use of aviation for drug smuggling, as highlighted in the narrative, reflects a shift in criminal methods, prompting authorities to enhance surveillance and security measures. The ability to stay ahead of these adaptations is crucial for the effectiveness of ongoing and future operations. In essence, the arrest of the Hungarian pilot is a culmination of persistent efforts by law enforcement agencies to target key players within notorious criminal organizations. These actions represent a commitment to international collaboration, intelligence sharing, and adaptability in the face of the dynamic challenges posed by transnational organized crime. As the narrative unfolds, it becomes evident that these efforts are part of a broader strategy aimed at dismantling criminal infrastructures and safeguarding communities from the detrimental impact of drug trafficking and associated criminal activities. The arrest underscores the interconnected nature of international organized crime. Criminal enterprises transcend borders, necessitating a collaborative and unified global response. The ties between the arrested pilot and notorious drug cartels like the Kinahan cartel emphasize the need for nations to work together to dismantle such networks. The success of the operation reflects the vigilance and adaptability of law enforcement agencies. The ability to apprehend a key player in the drug trade demonstrates the effectiveness of intelligence gathering, collaboration, and the dedication of those involved in dismantling complex criminal operations. The alleged use of general aviation for drug smuggling highlights a growing trend that poses challenges to aviation and law enforcement authorities. Addressing the role of aviation in facilitating criminal endeavors becomes crucial for enhancing international airspace security and preventing the illicit transport of drugs. Beyond arresting key players, the narrative emphasizes the importance of addressing the root causes of organized crime. Socioeconomic factors, border security, and investments in education and community development are identified as crucial components of a holistic strategy to mitigate conditions that foster criminal enterprises. The unfolding narrative prompts a re-evaluation and strengthening of international strategies against drug trafficking and associated criminal activities. The dynamic nature of organized crime demands an adaptive approach, with countries playing a role in disrupting the supply chain and holding those responsible accountable. In conclusion, the arrest of the pilot linked to the $8.1 million drug seizure and the subsequent investigation into the Kinahan cartel connection is not just a local success story. It's a testament to the global battle against organized crime. The challenges posed by these criminal networks are complex and ever-evolving, demanding a united front from the international community. Stay tuned for further updates on this unfolding saga as law enforcement agencies worldwide work together to dismantle the criminal infrastructure responsible for drug trafficking and related activities. The world is watching, and the collective response will shape the future of this ongoing struggle against the forces of organized crime.